Good morning, audience. As you might have realized, I've been on a little bit of a hiatus after doing Veda. Yes, after doing Veda. Well, here's why. Even my Big Brother live reaction stream has sort of flip-flopped. And it's all due to allergies, chronic pain, changes, things that are just running through my head. It's 4:36 in the morning and I haven't even gone to sleep yet. I can't sleep. I'm tired. There's bags. So look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Bags under my eyes with bags. You know? Stacked up bags. And so I'm just kind of sitting here thinking about stuff. And I just want to be real with you in this video. I know it might be a little dark to see me, but sorry about that. And I'm using my laptop camera. But I'm more than confused. One place I volunteer at wants someone else to edit the videos instead of me. Things are moving around at work, and both of them give me fear. Because it's always been, I do the job. It's always been, this is up to me to maintain. And I feel like fear has just gripped me. I feel like everything's just out of whack and out of control. I feel absolutely lost. You know, I'm the guy. I'm the guy that makes everyone else look good. Whether it's editing a video, editing a website, making the website. And now two of my volunteer places want to bring someone else on board. And I want to work with them here, but here in my heart, I'm hurting. I've always been this little nerd who gets picked on. I've always been this little nerd that thinks the world is out to get me. And then I end up with a disability, which just compounds my fears. And then I want to get off disability and into a full-time job and maybe my own business, and that grips me. You know, will I have enough money to survive? Will I be able to survive? You know, I got a dog and a fish to take care of. They're my kids. You know, potentially even a cat. But I'm scared. Every time I turn around, there's fear all around me. And I don't know how to deal with it. I don't know how to say, if that's what they want. I mean, I'm really good at saying I copied and pasted at my 1 day a week job. And I'm good at saying that because I don't spell very well, so I just copy and paste whatever they need. But I want to move forward. I want to learn more. I want to learn from guys who know more than me, which for 6 years I had that opportunity and I sort of, I'll just say it how I feel, pissed it away. I've got good friends who are willing to work with me. And every time something goes good in my life, I have to screw it up. And it hurts. It really hurts. I'm sitting here at 4 a.m., almost 20 to 5, and I just feel like strongholds are gripping me. Fear is gripping me. How do I move on? How do I create the life that I've always dreamed? How do I get to Toronto? How do I open that business? If that business fails, then what? Like, I'm scared. 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 And, you know, I don't know why. I don't know why my sister scares me. I don't know why I'm scared that moving the website, which is not mine, I just maintain and build it. Why do I feel so scared about moving it? Why do I feel so scared that someone else is taking on a website at a place I volunteer at in Whitby? Why do I feel so scared to learn and move forward? If I teach myself the stuff, I feel great. If someone else is teaching me, I'm totally scared that I'm going to do the wrong thing, that they're going to hate me. Every time I turn around, it's like, I don't know what to do. I'm scared. I don't know how I'm going to do this. Like, I don't know how and I don't know how to write how I'm feeling because I get I have anger issues, and I know it. I mean, they've costed me possible employment after I volunteered for 6 years. It's almost cost me my 1 day a week job with a guy that's willing to help me, even though I've been a complete ass. I'm scared that I'm going to let my family down. I'm scared that I'm going to let Lily and Ivy down. I'm genuinely scared. And why I don't move forward? That's why. Why I screw things up? That's why. You know, I want a life. I want a house of my own. I want to pay someone to do the yard work because I'll never do it. And that's really important to me. You know, I have dreams. I have goals. I have a vision. And without vision, the people perish. I mean, I'm building a YouTube legacy. I'm building graphics. I'm having graphics built in exchange for computer work. I'm doing so many things right now. You know, I'm volunteering in Whitby. I got a 1 day a week job in Oshawa. I got people who want to mentor and help me. Everything just looks up and up and up and up and up and up and up. And in the end, kaboom! It goes to pot. And I'm done. You know, my last volunteer place, someone said to me, and I won't reveal who, that they were using me. That that even when I said they would gladly take me back, Mom said, "Oh, so they can." No, it wasn't Mom. It was well, anyway. The person said, "Well, maybe they can take advantage of you again." You know, I'm disillusioned with religion, specifically the Pentecostal church. I'm very disillusioned with pastors that are not preaching the true gospel. I'm disillusioned by many things. You know, I feel like someone said to me, I hibernate or I isolate. You're right. You know, it's not like I have a job and I'm always busy at my job and I come home and I'm awake for a few hours and then I go to bed, get back up for work. No. It's not like my dad who worked two weeks days, 2 weeks nights for 30 plus years. I'm on Ontario disability and I'm hurting and I'm in pain and I'm on a boatload of meds. And I get into these times of depression where all I want to do is cry. I mean, If it wasn't for Lily and Ivy and my dog, I probably would never get out of the house. If it wasn't for my family, I'd starve. If it wasn't for one of the best friends I've ever had, I wouldn't have any friends. If it wasn't for a pastor, a friend, and a mentor, and there's actually two of them in that category, I wouldn't be where I am today. And if it wasn't for the support of my mother, God bless her, but more my father, driving me to Toronto, to doctor's appointments, to x-rays, to blood work, to Sunnybrook Hospital, to, back and forth, Toronto, Oshawa, Toronto, Oshawa, Oshawa, Pickering, Pickering, Ajax, Ajax this, blah, 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 blah. One doctor after another saying, I don't see anything wrong with you. Classmates who, when I was in school, teased me. I mean, the group I hung out with was called the Outcasts. Almost on a take from the book The Outsiders, where that group was basically an outcast of people, and they were ridiculed and hated by everyone. And if it wasn't for my best friend and his girlfriend, I wouldn't have friends. If it wasn't for, my sister, I wouldn't have an apartment I could afford. If it wasn't for Lily and Ivy, I wouldn't know what unconditional love was. Oh, those girls are my life, and I adore them. And if it wasn't for my mother, I probably wouldn't know half the stuff I know today about standing tall, about working through things. Yeah, I have anger issues. Yeah, I have, I'm an introvert. I'm a nerd. I'm a geek. I'm all the things that you would class as a typical geek without the pocket protector for your pens and pencils, because I don't do hard copy. There's a lot of things that go through my head. And this is all swirling through my head now. How do I get over strongholds? How do I work through the fact that I'm not the guy? How do I work through the fact that I could possibly be moving if things go according to the will of God? I sometimes wish that I was my sister. Two beautiful girls, although I only want one kid. Two beautiful girls, a job where she's getting promoted after promoted, a strong influence. She'd make a great head of the family. And, I hope someday, Lord willing, she still would take that role on. I know she's the head of her family, Lily, Ivy, etc. But as the Dykstras as a whole, that's my mother right now, and I'm so proud of her. I wish I had her strength and her resilience. I know she's come home and she's just fuming about things. And sometimes I think it's my fault. And once in a while it is. And it's 14 minutes and I'm just getting a load off my chest. And so there's not a whole lot more I can say. But the main reason why I haven't really vlogged or done my Big Brother live reaction streams is, one, I needed a break from doing 30 days of Veda, even though I missed a few days. I needed to take some time out and get my website in order. I needed to help someone film an event at the Legion Hall. And the list goes on and on and on. And now that I'm back volunteering 1 day a week rather than 3, and I'm possibly want to volunteer at Bibles for Missions and help sort clothes. But for me, it's all fear. It's all fear-based. It's a fear I'm going to let my sister down. It's a fear I'm going to disappoint mom and dad. It's a fear that two guys that are willing to help me out left, right, and center, and who have shown me nothing but kindness, I have a fear of letting them down. I have a fear of disappointing people. I mean, even when I go into the closet, in my head's going, what would mom say if I wore this? What would mom say if I did that? You know, I sometimes think I'm not good enough, that I should just do my YouTube stuff, and if I don't make it, I don't make it. And I should hibernate. And a lot of things are just getting me down. Strongholds, religion. And I've said a bunch of these things already, but I don't know what to do. I honestly don't know what to do. I have everything a guy could want. A strong family, beautiful nieces, a very talented and blessed sister, um, an apartment that's twice the size of my last one. You know, I got great friends, and yet I constantly piss it away. I constantly just don't care. There's a point where I'm just like, I don't care. You know, I constantly say to myself, I wish I could go home. I wish God would just take me. I mean, I'm suffering. Up here is a lot of thoughts that are going to hold me back and are going to kill me. In here is a fear of letting down my family, disappointing my parents. Although I already feel like I've done that by not having a job and having a disability and having pretty well done nothing. I'm 35 years old, and what have I accomplished? Great. I volunteered for 6 years out in Oshawa in one position. I've been on the Farmers Market Board. I've been on the Santa Claus Parade. I've been at the I volunteered for Durham House of Prayer. I volunteered with countless pastors. I volunteered with um, many organizations. I'm volunteering now with one of what I think is one of the best organizations right now in Oshawa. Sorry, in Whitby. I'm working with the best people I can possibly work with. You know, great assistants and secretaries, and I don't know. I don't know really what his position is. I just know that he's my boss's go-to guy. And I bottle all this up, and then there's a point where I explode. I either explode on my sister, which I did when we were kids, or I explode on my parents, which I've done, I believe, twice. I explode at work, which with my current position, I'm gonna blow a perfectly good opportunity because I just can't keep my mouth shut when it comes to something I know is right and that they will eventually do. And my head's just going, dude, do it now, it'll work. If you don't do it now, it won't work. I want, there's a lot that I fear. And letting others down is the major, major, major one. Because I've got, like I said earlier, I got two people that are willing to help me succeed in where I want to be. I have a family that's stuck by me through 14 years of, in my opinion, complete hell, both mentally and physically. I've never been the strongest guy or the fastest guy or the most smart guy when it comes to spelling and mathematics and stuff. It's just been me. It's just been a guy who wants to do anything he can to please others, and who puts up with so much crap. My one work at a newspaper, I just got verbally abused up, down, left, right. And I've worked with him off and on since I got out of high school. And the last time I finally put my foot down, that's the alarm. And I just said, give me my money or I'm walking till I get paid. And I still, to this day, have to see it. And that's probably 6 or 7 months ago. And that was twice a week. I'm in debt up to my yin yang, and I feel like I'm never going to get out. And I don't know what to do. It's fear and a lack of knowledge. And both are going to kill me. Because I want to take web designing to a whole new level. I want to take my graphic work to a whole new level. I want to take my filming to a whole new level. A friend of mine, a friend and a possible mentor, said to me once, what are your strengths? Look at your resume. What does it say? Website, website, website. I'm just going down and I'm looking at my portfolio site. And I'm amazed, absolutely amazed at it. It's building posters, it's working with publishing, it's Quark Express, it's web design, it's even computer repair. I'm good at computer repair. I'm good at networking. I'm good at a lot of things. And now that someone's doing the editing that I wanted to do, now that someone is doing redoing a website that I've maintained from my friend's charity since day one, it makes me feel like I'm not needed or I'm not good enough. It makes me feel like, what did I do? Am I being fired? And I know they've told me that that's not the case and that won't happen, but yet I don't feel it. I don't feel it here, and then all the emotion is here from the heart. You know, I can't say I don't miss my last volunteer position, where I volunteered for 6 years. My last year was difficult and frustrating, and I let loose on a whole lot of people that really didn't deserve it, but I let loose on them. You know, and I told a lot of people. I even told my last boss, shut up and let me do my job. When I tell you that can't be done, it can't be done. When I tell you the equipment's too out of date, it's too out of date. And I'm at a point where it's what do we do? I got people asking me for passwords and database codes and all these things, and I immediately go into my negative place. A few people have told me that when something comes up, I go straight to the negative. I don't see the positive or an opportunity. And I could possibly blow an opportunity very, very soon. And not on purpose. I told them the truth about what I'm feeling. There are things I want to take over. There are things I want to do. You know, I'm lost. And I'm a single man with right now no future. And yet, I feel like I'm so close to a goal, but yet so far away from a goal. And I honestly don't know what to do. But it's been close to 30 minutes, and I'm offloading a lot. I might be repeating stuff, but that's what I do. I look around at everything, and I cry. I look around everything, and I hurt. I want to do the best that I can for people, and it's not happening. I just, I'm lost. And some might say, suck it up, buttercup. And some might say, get over it. And some might say, don't let fear hold you back. And others might say, he's got no hope, no future. Screw him. And I know I have to work out all the head stuff and the emotional stuff myself. And I was seeing a psychiatrist before I got approved for long-term disability. I was seeing a psychiatrist more out of I had to. If I didn't go, I was afraid disability would see me as, oh, he's not that sick, or he's not that chronic pain, or whatever the case may be. And I didn't like him. We clashed on so many things. I would say my pastor said, and we'd be talking away, and then I go, yeah, well, my pastor said, and he'd be, I don't care what your pastor said. My ex-girlfriend went to him for like 18 years, if not longer. And she didn't like him either. He was a complete ass. He was a complete ass. Not an asset, but an ass. And so I just quit going. Excuse me, I just quit going. But I maybe should have requested someone else. Because I am hurting, and hurting bad. And I want to talk to my pastor, but he's also the head of the charity I work for. And he sat for an hour and a half and he talked to me, and he talked to me about the site is moving. I know that our last host, which I also use for my stuff, is perfect. For their stuff, was constantly like, nope, can't do that, can't do that, can't do that. Nope, it's down again, I can't work. Oh, nope, change this. And it's just like, we had to move the website, but there's so much going through my head, and I just want to cry. I honestly don't know what to do. I mean, the majority of my life consists of this: YouTube, websites, computer repair. I made a point of telling my bosses that I'm not getting the tools I need for the job. And what I feel is important, and this happens a lot to me, what I feel is important for where I volunteer or where I work gets pushed, pushed, pushed. But I also feel like that's what you hired me for. That's what you said, come in, volunteer for. And that doesn't fly when I don't get the tools that I need to finish the job. I'm constantly busting my ass to get things done. And I feel like it's never good enough. And yes, my bosses have told me what a good job I'm doing, and I don't take that. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying they don't approve of what I'm doing and how I'm doing it. I don't approve. The more I try to do my best, it seems the more I fail. The more I want to help, the more I fail. And I don't want to stay in web design. I want to move on to video. I know enough web design now to get me through. I've been building websites since 1998. Over 10 years. I've been building websites. I've hosted on GeoCities. I've hosted on Exzoom. I've hosted on NBCI. I've hosted on countless free places. I've been to practically every provider, every internet provider that's come through this city I live in. Speedline, OIX, Interlinks. I've seen Speedline sell their dial-up to Kitchener. I've seen Speedline sell their servers to DurhamNet. I've seen Interlinks merge with OIX. I've seen both of them as one company merge over with Durham.net. I've seen a lot of things happen in the Durham region internet industry. I know the types of equipment that they had at the mergers. I know what Speedline had when they went down. I know what OIX had when they merged with Interlinks. I know what Interlinks had when they merged with OIX or with Durham.net, and the whole company turned into Telnet Communications. I know it. But only at the merger time. I didn't know anything they did after that. You know? In our family, we host 28 domain names. Coms, nets, orgs, CAs, me's, .photos, you name it. And I think that's awesome. That's awesome sauce. That's the bomb.com. But I have everything around me so perfect, but yet so screwed up. And it's only me that feels this. You know, business has to go on, whether you're a charity or you're a for profit business. You know, churches have to run, whether I'm there or not. What do you do? You know, there's not a whole lot you can do. And it just worries me. I want to do my best for volunteering in Whitby. I want to do my best for volunteering at my church and for one of my closest friends. And so, I don't know. I just feel like I've got no one to talk to truly just be who I am. And this is what you're seeing right now, is me at my lowest point. I don't know why, but I don't know if it's the medications. I don't know if it's the fibromyalgia. I don't know what it is, but I'm up and I'm down and I'm up and I'm down and I'm up and I'm down. I go this way, I go that way, I go this way, I go that way, and it annoys me. And maybe it's a little bit of depression. Maybe it's what I've gone through all my life. Bottle it up, blow up. Bottle it up, blow up. Bottle it up, blow up. Think of it almost like you've got bottles on the shelf. And you put everything that's bothering you, everything that is going through your head in these bottles. And then one day you blow up and everything just comes looser than loose. It's like opening the champagne bottle. The top pops and boom. And then you put that bottle back on the shelf, fill it back up. But before you can fill up that bottle you exploded, the second bottle then goes off. Boom! I know every year in school, everything would hit me all at once and I'd cry for like 3, 4, 5 hours. I just would cry every year around the same time. And I knew it was coming. I busted my butt the same I did year after year. And every year at the exact same moment I would blow. Every year. And now I had a boss that I could blow up to and tell him to go to hell and everything else. And that was fine. But now I have two bosses that I actually want to give respect to. And I just want to say, hey, I'm going to try. But I just, talk is cheap. And I literally feel like, holy cow, what am I doing? Yeah, moving the website's no problem. Day comes to move the website. Can we at least meet the guy first? Can I at least whatever? You dump this all on me. And they've told me before, they know me, it has to be a gradual, oh, I like it. But I took it very personally. I took it as a shock to the system. First things that went to my head is I'm getting fired. People they didn't like the work I did. I'm just gonna go back to being a complete loser. Great. It's like, damn it. Well, anyway, I've been talking for 40 minutes and I've got a lot off my chest and I don't know if I feel any better. But thank you for listening if you even got to this far in the video, and we'll catch you on the flip side.